Alright, so this is tape 001. I'm here documenting on January 1st, 2026. Pretty much here to empty out my thoughts, my trading plans for the year, my traveling plans for the year. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I want to document my life every single day. So once again, this is day one. Currently right now, going into the new year, I'm not too fond on trying to jump into a trade just yet, or like trying to put myself in anything just yet. I think I'm gonna fill out the first couple of days, see how everything is looking on the markets, because we did end up with a pretty good bang. I think our last trade was gold buys, if I'm not mistaken, and last year, but a couple of days ago, gold buys were definitely the move. Price had sold off super heavy on gold, and I think now price is trying to make a support on gold. But you know, like I said, I'm trying to take it a little bit slow. I want to see how the rest of the year, or not rest of the year, but the rest of this month kind of plays out. I do see that this year could be really good in general wise for pretty much a lot of swing trades. Like I said, I love swing trading. I think last year, or 2025 at like June, I think it became like a day trading type of thing. Just looking at the stats that I was looking at, I traded a lot in June, I traded a lot in July. So June, July, August I traded a lot. September I traded. October it started to slow down. October I didn't trade at all. I think I took like one trade, two trades. November I took a few trades, took like 3 or 4 trades, and then December I didn't really take many trades as well. I think I took like 5 trades in that month. But all in all, I think the beginning of the year is really where I'm like kind of locked in on everything else but trading, because I kind of let price give its flow, see how it's going to move. Normally, not all the time, but normally in the beginning of the year, it's really slow, not too much going on. You can still pick some trades up, but it's not really too much going on. So I'm not too fixated on, I need to start making money right now. I need to start making, like, not for the new year. Like Q1 is really preparation. So I think my mindset for Q1 right now is really just a bunch of preparation and how to, move accordingly when Q2 comes here. I definitely want to do the tour this year as well. So we're doing a tour in America, we're doing a tour in South Africa, we're doing a tour in Europe, pretty much in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to do everywhere you can think of. So that's going to be one thing that's on my bucket list, not even bucket list, but my to-do list for this year. Currently going to get set up for that, start building the pieces to make this tour way bigger than anything. Because last year I was kind of doing it at different cities to kind of get a feel for it. We did it in Amsterdam. So many people came, we sold out the venue. And when I say sold out, I just mean the venue was super packed out. We packed out the venue. Amsterdam, Cape Town, we did one there. We couldn't get the venue, but still a lot of people showed up, even though we was outside with it. So I think, and we did it in Atlanta, Miami, all packed out places. Like, I'm talking about lines down the block. And I think this year it was more of like, okay, like I've seen that this movement is bigger than what I thought. Because in my head, you guys don't really understand. Like, I don't have like an ego or anything. Like with me, it's kind of like I do this for people, and it's kind of like people are say like, oh bro, you changed my life. But in my eyes, I'm kind of just like, I'm just that friend telling you what to do, like, yo, this is the best way, or like, this is how you should do this. So I don't really see it as like changing the world, but now I do. And I love the feeling of it, like I wish you guys could like really understand what I mean, but like, I don't know, it's something about when you see people smile and they're like, yo bro, I watched a YouTube video that you posted online and it changed my mind, changed my life, and I think better, I trade better, whatever the case might be. I helped my moms out, I made my first 10K, I made my first 50K. Those things in my head are like, dang, like that's crazy, all off of a video. So it's like, if you do multiple videos, you can help multiple people. So I think my biggest thing for this year is to do this whole like series, document it. Like I said, I have 2 accounts. So right now we have a 28 2800, if you can see that. I'm not sure if it can focus in right now, but if it is focusing in, there you go. You see that's 2.8, and then this one is 400K. So once again, boom. And both of these are going to be documented on YouTube, and they're going to be documented on Telegram as well, also Twitter as well. So make sure you guys, description down below, so literally just click down below and I'll put all my socials and stuff back there. So if it's not on my YouTube channel, so if you don't see it linked in my YouTube channel, it's not me. A lot of people keep getting these fake accounts and people are texting them on WhatsApp and Telegram. Those accounts are not me. So once again, I'm saying get here first. It's not me. If somebody's texting you saying they're Trades by Sai and they're texting you first, it's not me, right? And don't go texting any fake Trades by Sai accounts. Don't do that, right? So with all this being said, yeah, the tour is going to be the biggest achievement for this year, trying to get that done. And you guys, you know, I love traveling, so I can't wait to travel around the world and meet you guys. And ICC is going to be bigger than anything we've ever seen in this trading space. And once again, it's all for free. Like, you don't owe me anything. The tickets are always going to be free, so you don't have to ask that. Anytime I travel and I do a meetup or I do like an event, it's going to be a free event. Bring as many people as you can. Literally, I need you to bring, like, every time we do an event, I need y'all to bring the whole entire world, bro, because at the end of the day, my biggest thing is that as long as we can help at least 1 to 2 people, think about it. If it's 700 people in the room and we all help 2-3 people, you know, bro, we can help. That's what, 2,100 people, 2.1, and those 2.1 people help people. That's like 4,000. Then it keeps going and going. You have to think in terms, like, people don't understand, like, things are not as hard as people make it. You just have to understand that the steps, the simple steps, is what's going to take you there. And if you make the steps so simple, even if you mess up, you can kind of repeat it again. So let's say if we have those 700 people, but they couldn't help those 2 people, right? They can go try help 2 more people and try to help 2 more people. Once they achieve that goal, then they're like, okay, I helped those 2 people. Now let's go on to the next. So it's kind of like, I personally think that way. Like, I always think like everything in the world is simple. And don't get too attached to anything, because you can just always try again. That's just the way that I think. So pretty much this year, I'm just going in with the simple fact of, okay, I'm gonna make these videos. Hopefully they reach out. Hopefully, like, I really want to get to a point where my social media platform is at a point where it's national news every time we do an event. Because I want people to understand, bro, if you want to change the world, it has to start with the people around you. It's not like one person. So one person can change the world, but he can't do it without an army behind him. You can't do it without an army behind you. If you don't have a group of people behind you, there's no way you're going to change the world. Not solo-handed, because there's always going to be people that hate you. There's people going to be that's going to love you, right? People that love you, people that hate you. You're always going to have either one, right? So if you're a one-man army, you can't battle the people that hate you. That's like having one side red team and the other side blue team, and the blue team only has 3 people and the red team has 20 people. No matter how good the blue team is, they're just always going to lose because they're outnumbered, right? Which is why you build a strong community of people around you, and they go spread that. Because once it starts spreading, you then start getting numbers everywhere. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, hundreds, 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 thousands, thousands. And you bring all those people in and you have an army, and that army consistently grows, which then you can go attack the evil. So it's basically good fighting against evil, right? Like, that's how I think about it. Like, the more people you turn good, so the more traders we make, the better the economy in itself, or like starting from trading community. Because like how I see it is like, we're traders, right? I can press a button, hit one of these, open my phone, go on MT5, go on Trading View, whatever, hit buy, sell, whatever. Let's say I press buy, make a couple thousand, and it's just boom, I can close the trade in 5 minutes, right? So it's like, if we have the power to do that, we can pretty much utilize that to do better good. Because think about it this way, right? You can make 5,000 today, 5,000 tomorrow. You can use one of those 5,000 to help somebody out, help somebody in their lives, or even don't even have to give them money. It's more of like helping them understand the skills so they can get better themselves or want to better themselves. Because as traders, we all know that trading changes our brain mentally. Like as you become profitable and more like making more money and you start becoming more responsible about your trades and making better decisions, your brain just like it takes like like a twist. It goes from like almost maturity to or immaturity to very mature. And like the way you talk, the way you speak, the way that you articulate, the way that you say things. I'm pretty much saying the same thing in different vocabularies, but the way that you dedicate your time, the decisions that you make, the reactions that you have, it stems from your trading. And that's pretty much why I'm doing all this documentary right now, is because I want you guys to see like I have a balance in life. I think this year I'm gonna try to slow down. Last year was definitely a year where I was hitting all barriers just because I can. So what I mean by that is I did a lot of partying last year. I did a lot of traveling last year. So I had a balance in life, and there's nothing wrong with having a balance in life, but I want to see what happens when I fully focus on building my brain, and I want to grow more. Like I still feel like I'm missing a lot. Like I'm 22 years old. I turned 23 May 27th. I turned 23 in May. And I really feel like I'm just missing out on a lot. Like I feel like my brain, for some reason, I just feel like I'm just missing something. Or like I need to be expanding in some area, but I don't know what I need to expand in. I think that's the best way to explain it. So now I'm actually out here seeking for it. Like I'm seeking for more wisdom day by day. And I think I should dig more into my psychology and the way that humans react to things and human intentions and human science in general. I think I'm gonna dig more into this year. That's a goal of mine, and pretty much give myself more hobbies. I feel like I need to move around a lot more this year than anything, because the more I moved around, as you can see last year, I was pretty much traveling everywhere. It kept it kept my brain in motion. It kept my brain always seeking for more. And right now I'm in that moment where I'm like seeking for more information, seeking for more knowledge, not trading wise, but personal development or personally. For myself, I just want to grow my brain into a point where I'm like, okay, I can articulate things and comprehend different things in life a lot more different, right? I feel like now I'm pretty smart when it comes to like human psychology, the basic fundamentals of life. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at it now, but I could be better. I could definitely be better. So this year, I think I'm gonna hone down on that too as well. So we have tour, personal development, boxing match coming up soon. So if you see that, if you've seen that recently on Instagram, I'll pop it up on the screen. But if you've seen that, or a matter of fact, I won't even pop it up on the screen. I'll show you. Let me see. What was that page? Oh, here it goes. So if you've seen this post, they used AI for my pictures. If you've seen this post, I'm actually doing that fight. I've been boxing for like a year and a half. I actually been doing MMA for a year and a half. And nobody knows that I have hands like that, but I got hands. But I'm not here to boast. I'm not no champion or anything yet. But I think I'm gonna pick up that hobby full time too as well. I think that's something that I do like doing. I really like things that come with a lot of discipline. Like you have to have like your own style, your own way. So I think boxing helps that too as well. Like it's a whole lot to get into, but fighting in general, you kind of have your whole style, but there's still the fundamentals of it, right? With trading, you can have your own style, but there's still the fundamentals of it that you have to get down packed and then add your own nice little flair to it, right? ICC is not nothing new. It's price action, market structure. It's not supply and demand. It's not all this other stuff that you see people talk about on TikTok. ICC is just price action and market structure. I use the higher time frame, and I use ICC as a way to explain it to somebody that doesn't understand price action, right? It's still pretty much price action market structure, only using the higher time frame, so 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to that. So picking up some new hobbies, snowboarding is something I want to do, combat training. Like this year, I think I want to get more into building I want to build that, like, it's the discipline and the mental threshold that I want to hit. Like I want to hit to the breaking point that I'm trying to achieve higher, if that makes sense. So you know how, like, if you're losing, you hit rock bottom. But it gets to a point where you win, where you hit a point where it's like there's no winning. There is more winning, but it's like you're at a wall. Like, this is as much as you can win. I think that's where I'm at in my life right now. Like, I feel like I've achieved a lot, but it's like I know I haven't, but I have. And I'm not saying it like in an ungrateful way. I'm saying like I just want to keep going because I know I can be better. I want to see what the end is for me. Like, I want to see what limits can I push at everything that I do. What can I get to? Like, what is like where my body's like, no, like we can no longer go any higher. And I just want to keep trying to break that, if you get what I'm saying. So I think this year I'm trying to push myself to the max capacity that my body can intake. And of course, I'm gonna stay healthy, drink water, get sleep, of course. But I think I just want to push myself to the max this year. So that's why I'm trying to vlog every single day of my life, so you guys can see the change. You can really see the change. I love you guys a lot, bro. ICC Mafia for life, bro. Because when I started this, I didn't know how big it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be like a big thing either. Yet alone did I ever thought I was going to have 100K, 200K, 300K on social media platforms and get recognized every time I'm going outside, and I need security and shit. So it's like I never thought that I would be here, but I'm very grateful. Yes, I'm making good money. Yes, I have like a good social media platform, but at the end of the day, it's definitely good to see a smile on somebody's face due to the fact that you've done something to their lives. And it's always good to hear, like, I'm not able to answer every single DM that I get, but I do see a lot of the comments, the YouTube comments. I see a lot of the comments that you guys leave under my post. I see all that when it pops up on my phone. I might not be able to respond right away or respond at all, but I try my best. But I definitely see them, and I see that there's a lot of people that are like in the trading community. A lot of people are being open now to being like, oh yeah, this guy that's trying to sell me on this course that's this or that, or making it 10 times harder. Sai's over here doing it for free, and I can, like, he's making it super easy for me and I can do it, and it works. Like, it works. There's like, go look at TikTok, right? There's gonna be bad things about me. There's gonna be good things about me, but there's a lot of good things more than there's bad things. And the reason why there's a lot of bad things about me is because people don't want to see like when somebody's, because think about it this way. I'm gonna tell you this, right? You will never see me under somebody's post, even if I know this guy's a scammer, or if I know this guy's selling a course, or whatever the case might be. You will never see me talk down on anybody, because that's the way that they do. Whatever they're doing, hey, time will come. Time. I always tell people all the time, you can never really get angry with things, because time will tell. I've been hurt so many times. I lost hundreds of friends on this journey. I've been training for going on 5 years now. In February 12th will make it 5 years of me trading. Going through all these 5 years, I've seen people come and go out of the game. The people that are, let's say, the bad people, the bad apples in the game, they don't last very long. Maybe a year, maybe two. Some make it at 3, but year 3, they already died down. They're more of like a phase. It's almost like a phase. Trading influencers come by phase, right? They come here, they pop for now, and then like give them like a couple months, and then they do something, and people are like, nah, we're not really fucking with. Really, what it comes down to is no sustainability in building something. I think that's what it comes down to. When you actually build something and you're not trying to use people for a quick buck or whatever, I think that's when you start seeing longevity in the game. That's really where it's at, and it stands. And you cannot fake what they call aura. You can't fake energy, right? Those things you cannot just make up. It's impossible. It's more of like a intuition in human beings. You know, when we don't feel something, or something feels off, or we're not feeling right about it, we kind of shy away from it, right? The things that we feel good around, we kind of stay more and hang around, right? So I tell people all the time, like, you have to understand, like, you're gonna have good, you're gonna have bad people talk, right? But at the end of the day, you can only give it time, because the reaction that you have to it, it's just only gonna leave negative energy inside of your own self. So you might rebuttal back, or you might say something back. There might be a good comment and you say, oh, thank you, right? Or there might be a bad comment and you'll be like, well, you fuck you, this and that, fuck this, fuck that, whatever. You don't even know what you're talking about, whatever the case might be. You're then, that good energy that you gave out, you're now getting that back, that good vibe drained back out of you. So you're basically wasting your energy, you're wasting your time. But all in all, anyways, yeah, this year will definitely document a lot, share my mindset, share my brain, whatever you want to call it, and just talk to you guys and show you guys that, like, it's all about building longevity in anything and everything that you do, and becoming the best version of you as possible. I think that's what it stems down to, this whole video, this tape one. This whole video is going to stem down to building longevity and trying to be in the game forever, because it's not like, you don't want to be a one-hit wonder, right? You don't want to be that dude that, you know, had a good trade for 2-3 months and then, you know, like, that was it, right? I've been doing this for 5 years almost. Every year I've grown. My first year was a pretty interesting year. Like, I was all over the place. I was trading anything and everything. I was still making some money. I was trading anything and everything, but I was still making some money. Second year, I fully was on NASDAQ. I got my NASDAQ tattoo. So it says Baby NASA, because NASDAQ was going to all-time highs at the time. So Baby NASA, got that tattoo. A lot of people don't actually know, but this was my first tattoo when I was 18, 19. I think my birthday, 18, 19. And this was actually after the 2K to 11 million, actually. So this was a pretty interesting tattoo. But I got this tattoo because when I was 14, I used to like cut my wrist with, like, I think, what would you even call that? A spring. Like, I did it like twice, but this was when I was in juvenile, because I was in juvenile from 13 to 15. And I used to cut my wrist with the little spring that I found in a pen. And I used to just, and those scars had lasted on my arm for like, probably like a few years. And they started to fade when I turned 17. I got out of juvenile when I was 15, going on 16. I was 15 going on 16. And those scars lasted a while. I had cut marks for a very long time. And my first ever tattoo was this Baby NASA tattoo. First ever tattoo is this Baby NASA tattoo. And I got it there. I got it here for a reason. I covered up the scars, but now the scars are finally gone, which is so cool. But it just goes to show that, you know, there's progress in everything. And I wasn't able to, or I wasn't even thinking of documenting my journey when I first started, but I wish I would. But hey, I can't travel back in time, so only can change the future, right? With that being said, what else do I have to say? I think that's pretty much what I have for this one. Like, I think it comes down to a lot of documenting this year, and yeah, I think that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I showed you guys the 2 accounts. Yeah, we're starting one with 2.8K, and then we're starting the other one with 400K. Do I know where we're going with it? No. Will I share my trades on Telegram and I'll record them for YouTube videos. And yeah, and like I said, have a good New Year's. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss out on anything. It's going to be a pretty interesting series. Yes, there's going to be a lot of learning. I'm going to show you guys how I trade and stuff like that, because I know you guys come here to learn how to trade, but I'm big on psychology too as well. I think human psychology is a thing that everybody should want to dab into and learn. When it comes to psychology too, it's really just a why. You ask a why until there's no point of return. Like there's like, you hit kind of rock bottom on that. So you'll ask like, okay, I like wearing these glasses. Okay, why do I like wearing these glasses? I don't know, they make me feel more confident when I speak. Okay, why do you feel more confident when you have an item on your face? I don't know, the standards of having glasses always make me think people are way smarter when they have glasses on. Okay, why do I think that? And you just kind of go down a cycle of different questions and asking yourself. You just always got to be that person that asks why and try to pinpoint, and don't be biased when it comes to it, because psychology is not a biased thing. So you can't pick one side. You have to be open with opinions on both sides, right? You have to be okay. You have to see each core value on each side. So somebody that might be an over trader, right? They might trade because of greed, or they might trade because they don't have much, or sorry, it might be greed. So they might overtrade because of greed, or they might overtrade because they have no value in money, right? It can go hand in hand, but you have to see both options, which then this is why you ask why. Why do you overtrade? They give you that answer. Oh, because I'm missing out on this or this. Okay, boom. That right there answers why they're trading this way. So boom, they don't have much. So that turns into greed. Why does this person have greed? Boom. And then you go back to their original statement and you pick out, why do you feel like you don't have much? And then you start pinpointing. And this helps you understand, like, because humans are patterns. Everybody is different. There's 8 billion people in the world. Everybody's different, but everybody's the same. It's not hard, because I was going to say it was complex, but it's not hard. Everybody's the same, but everybody's different, because we all can react. So like, let's say this, right? Let's say you're in line, right? Somebody cuts you in line. Another person cuts in front of you in line. We are all the same, but we all are different. Now, if somebody cuts us in line, human nature, we only have like two or three responses to the situation. We just let them be, we argue with them, or we say, hey sir, or we like reason it out with them. That's three options humans have, right? With that in my head, you can now predict what a human could possibly do and how things could escalate. So there's options, right? And that's with anything and everything. There's always options in life, and human responses are pretty much the same. It always varies on that person that's giving the reaction. I think that's the biggest thing when it came to psychology. And you might not understand what I'm saying now, but later on you will, especially when it comes down to trading. Like, everything is the same reaction, but a different way. So everybody does the same reaction, but in their own different way. Same with anything and everything. Trading, you have your own style, but everything still comes back down to the fundamentals, right? Fundamentals, but you have your own style. Sports, fundamentals, but you have your own style. Your decisions, you have your own style of decision. You have your own way of doing things, but it's pretty much similar to what everybody else is already doing, right? So that with all this being said, the moment you think different from the options, so if you have option 1, option 2, option 3, if you then think in a third person perspective so you can see the options in front of you, you're more of like, I know there's like, I don't read, like, I'm not going to say it like that, like, oh, I don't read books, but I don't like read books about psychology. It's more of like, these are things that where I'm like looking at the ceiling and I'm just like, I'm like thinking about it. But bro, I know there's some, and this is what I'm talking about, the information that I feel like I'm missing out on. Like I feel like I need to dig deeper, but it's like, where do I start? I think that's where I'm at. And no, I'm not, because some people are going to be like, oh, I would advise you to, go read this book or go read that book. But I feel like the best way to learn things is to experience it firsthand, or put yourself in that situation, so then that way you can have decisions to make. I think that's the best way to learn anything and everything, is to really throw yourself in there, throw yourself in the fire, and then figure it out as you go, or put yourself in that experience and figure it out as the moment goes. I personally think that is the best way to learn. Same way with trading. Like I always tell people all the time, like you can learn in the beginning. I tell people all the time, if you don't have much capital, save up, learn while you're saving up, but trade like demo or something on the side while you're saving up. And once you feel like you're ready, then you're ready and you go in. No questions asked. Once you feel like you're ready, which means that, okay, I have a good understanding of what trading is. I have a good understanding of trends and price action and market structure. Let's go into it. But that's your actual true learning curve right there. Like your true learning comes from when you're actually in the fire, like when you're actually in the pit and you're like, okay, market's open. It's time to find some setups. I place a trade and I see numbers going up and down. That's when your actual learning curve comes. It's not from all these videos. This is just gaining the knowledge, right? This is just the rule book, or this is just the playbook. You're seeing all the plays. I'm showing you the plays. But once you're out there on the actual field, it's more of like, or the court, the field, whatever. It's more of like, okay, shit, this is game time. What do I do at this moment in time? Right now, what do I do? With all the stuff that I have in my head, what do I do right now? So I'm gonna actually correlate a lot of things to boxing as well, since that's what I do as a hobby. And I do want to probably want to go professional, to be honest. Because why not? Why not do whatever you want, right? But I'm gonna correlate that. But it's like going out in the ring. You know how to jab, right? You know how to slip. You know how to roll, right? You know how to move. These are all fundamentals. And then when you actually go out there in the ring, it's like now you have to utilize all that, right? And it's kind of just like trading. Like it's literally just like trading. You know what an uptrend is. You know what a downtrend is. You know what supports, resistance, highs, lows. You know when the volume is there. You know all these things. But as soon as you get in there and it's time to trade, it's like, how do you utilize that, right? We know how to jab. We know how to do a straight cross. We know how to do slips and rolls. But when is it time to utilize it is the biggest thing. So with that being said, this is going to be tape 1, tape 001. If you guys still want that vlog, I did do a vlog. I don't know, what do you guys want? I'm gonna try to mix in the vlogs and trading at the same time, because normally when I do travel vlogs, I don't really trade as much, but I think I got an idea. So let me know if you guys want some, like what y'all call a day in the life. And I don't do things every single day, but if you guys want me to kind of switch more into that, like I can. I have some examples. I'll post it on where would I post it? I'll post it somewhere. Just be on the lookout Saturday or Sunday for a vlog. I'll post it for you guys so you guys can see. But this is tape 001. And hopefully we see you guys, or I see you guys, and ICC. We hope to see you in every other video that comes out. Turn on the notifications, because you're gonna miss one if you don't. Because a lot of people say, oh, I didn't see that you posted a video. You gotta turn on the notifications. I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm a YouTuber. I'm supposed to tell you to turn on the notifications, subscribe, and like the video. So like the video, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. With that being said, see you guys. Alright, so it's currently January 1st, 2026. As you can see that we're on a 4-hour time frame. We're looking at gold. We did get a sell-off, so at the end of the year we ended up getting a sell-off on Christmas, right down to these levels. It made a lower high, pushed back down, and made a new low. So right now price is considered bearish on this 4-hour time frame due to the fact that we've already broke structure and we have a new lower low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hone in on 2 levels. So I'm gonna look at this level right here, so this high and this high. And the reason why I'm looking at these levels is because I know here buyers are trying to push price up to this level, and as I can see here, we already have a reaction where price has bought off that same level as well. So this level right here, I use closed candles, so if you see me marking, I'm using closed candles, right? And I can see that price is trying to push up right here, this little candle right here. We've got a bounce off that level. So I do know that there are buyers and once again there are sellers. So sellers kicked in here and pushed price past here. So I do know there's sellers up here too as well. So right now what I'm gonna play is I'm going to set an alert right here for 4,393. I'm gonna set that alert, and when it crosses up, create. And then under here, I'm going to put a position or put a alert here under 4,320. So with that being said, I'm going to wait. If price sells back under here, so if it sells under 4,320, we can sell price down. Price is already sold under this level back down to 4,274. So anything under this level will sell back down to that level. Looking at the daily time frame too as well. So if we delete that, we still got our alerts, so don't have to worry about that. Still got the alerts. If we put this here, this is the highest point that price was at one point, and then sellers came in with full momentum, ended up pushing price down. As you can see, price ended up building up higher highs and higher lows. So you can see higher low here, higher low here, and it was building up. So higher low here, and then we ended up getting another push, right? So all this was bullish momentum. Price ended up, this was the last strong level of support. So as you can see, price pushed up, had a strong level of hold right here, so it didn't go any lower than this. And then from there, it kind of pushed up, rejections because there were sellers here, but then eventually broke out. So essentially, I'm looking at this to be the last level of support on gold to hold up. So as long as price isn't coming down into these areas and breaking anything in these areas, I do still think that price is very bullish on gold. All this selling momentum is most likely from the amount of sellers that were probably sitting at this level. They was just waiting for gold to approach this level. So gold finally approached this level, and sellers was like, okay, it's go time. So they came in with strong amount of power, and buyers weren't ready for it at the moment. So with all that being said, we're going to look to see if price is going to come back above this level on gold, which happens to be the same level on that 1 hour time frame. So right at that level, so right above here is where we're going to be looking for gold buys, anywhere above there. So we already got the alert. This line right here is that daily time frame line. So anything above this level on the daily time frame is already becoming bullish, but we're going to need more confirmation from the 4 hour time frame and that 1 hour time frame. So 4 hour time frame comes above that level. As you can see here, my mind is thinking, okay, this is where a lot of sellers and buyers were trying to fight. Sellers kept pushing them back, pushing them back, pushing them back, and then we finally got a break above here. So if I drag this across, we're going to try to look for that same reaction above that level. So anything above here, we're just going to look for price to have more bullish momentum. We're going to want to see price come above this level. Once it comes above this level, we'll look to see some type of correction, if anything. Currently it is Thursday. It's currently 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So it's currently 9 o'clock. New York session doesn't open until another 12 hours. So we still got enough time. We got like 3 candles to produce, right around 3 candles to produce on the 4 hour time frame. So let's see how everything plays out. But I do like the way that price is looking. It looks pretty healthy, pretty bullish. But let's just see how everything plays out for New York session tomorrow. And we're just going to keep track of the markets throughout this year. Like I said, I'm trying to vlog every single day for you guys. So let's see how this goes. And as we do that, I'll be building an account with you guys as well. So just make sure you guys are following the Telegram, following on Twitter.